Testing. Testing. Okay. Can you guys hear me now? Hello. Since I plugged in a new webcam, I think it didn't yeah, okay. Yeah, since I plugged in a new webcam, it didn't want to do what it was supposed to. I'm gonna put myself over there. Okay. Okay, so, we're doing Cat Cafe. Welcome everybody. I don't know why there's like 20 people awake right now. But, yeah. I think I'm gonna up the sensitivity on the mouth because I talk too fast. You guys get to see the interface. God forbid. Oh. Okay. Where is this? I think it's in here. Nope. Other one. There we go. Okay. That should be good. Okay. Oh my god. Since this is windowed already, we can just get started, I think. I know, scuffed stream already. Okay, so anyway, yeah, no, I was really bored and I was like, it's been a while, and this is not an official VTuber, of course. I'm gonna undo that blink sensitivity thing. It's because of my eyes at this angle are like there. Yeah, my eyes at this angle since the webcam's like up. It keeps pretending like she's constantly blinking and I'm like, I'm sorry. Just because I'm wearing glasses. Thank you for being a big fan. Appreciate y'all being here. Yes, I need to make the chat box smaller because I realized I changed that for something like... I'm probably, yeah, I can put you guys up there. I don't think there's much like up there. Okay. What we can also do... Sorry, it's been a while since I last streamed. It might be a good idea to like put a dark box behind you guys. Which is I just need to add a color block. How big is the fucking chat box? Goddamn. Does this have a... Okay, you know what? No, we're not doing that. Okay, so I think everything's fine now, hopefully. Let's pray. Didn't know you streamed watching yourself for a month. Your Elisif is the GOAT. Of course. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm bouncing around like a ping pong ball. Yes, yeah, no, I have a whole, if you're interested in more, I have a whole playlist of all my stream VODs, so if you want to... I don't have like a separate channel for it or anything, but if you wanted to check out more of my streams, have them on in the background or something. None of my streams are monetized, so it's kind of just like no ads stuff, you know, like no ad revenue. It's just, you know, there for you guys to listen to. Welcome to Skibbity. Thank you. Anime Boston tomorrow. Oh my goodness. I love Boston. I hope you have fun. Be safe. Drink water. Definitely, you know, yeah. Be safe for real. It is 10:30-ish for me right now, PM. Ever planning to make a streaming? Sure, not really. I might stream more in the summer. But yeah. Yeah. This is gonna be the go-to avatar for now because all the other avatars are like zenless related, and by the copyright laws I can't use them for any other games aside from Zenless 0, and I really don't feel like playing that right now. So yeah. Welcome, welcome. Massive thank you, of course. Oh yes, thank you again, Devil's Rose, for posting that script. I don't know how recently you posted it. I was kind of shocked that you found the video. But yeah, thank you again so much. I'm glad people liked it, and it was fun to go through. I did make quite a few revisions to fit what we were going for, but aside from that, yeah. Oh fuck, I deleted the wrong color block. Hold on, guys. I'm stupid. There we go, everything's back to normal. Hello there. Yes, hello. Okay, so now we can actually start. This is the Cat Cafe game I've been playing. I've been really enjoying it, so we'll load the game from my game. It's really cute. This is me. Apparently there's a cat here. I'm not really sure where it is. It might be the ghost cat. Like your stuff if you want to listen to Freak's very good song. I think I do listen to that song occasionally. Yeah, thank you. There's the ghost cat. Okay. This is Blueberry. Meow. Alright, so we'll go this way. Everything might be a little laggy because I'm streaming, but yeah. It's usually fine. I also have way more like people in the restaurant or in the cafe than I did before. Arwell is peering over a set of faded photos from Nane's photo book as you and Mateo approach him. What you looking at there, friendo? Please don't tell me there's photos of me with bracers because that could count as blackmail material. Actually, that's exactly what I'm looking at. Check it out. Arwell presents a picture of a very young-looking Arwell and Mateo. Mateo hugging clumsily with big smiles on their faces. Young Arwell's expression is part joy and part pain as little Mateo's bracers poke him in the chin. Oh, huh. I suppose I vaguely remember Nane taking some photos of us when we'd visit her and her cats. There's like a whole book's worth, actually. I guess we visited her cafe a lot. You two sure look friendly in that photo. We do, huh? Some people refer to us by the charming title the Twin Tricksters. We were always up to some sort of shenaniganry. Wasn't it the dual dunces? We were less about shenaniganry and more about harebrainedry. That's a word, isn't it? You're looking at me like it isn't. Why'd you stop being friends? Mateo and Arwell both grow silent. You notice they're both looking at the old photo. Go on, tell them. I'm alright. I went to business school, started my own company. We kept getting into these little verbal disagreements. Arguments, Mateo. We got into arguments. You stopped knowing how to have fun. You told me you no longer had time for my childish time wasting. I suppose I did say that. Mateo looks like he's working up to say something. His mouth keeps opening and closing as if he's about to start a sentence. Look, it's alright, I get it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying that. And I'm sorry for just leaving our friendship like that. Oh, thanks. It's cool. We're cool, for now. Suddenly, Mateo hugs Arwell tightly. It looks sort of clumsy and awkward. Mateo's glasses painfully poke into Arwell's chin, but it looks like the most natural thing in the world for them. Hello! I want to talk to you about something. Cat Shrine, okay. I want you to stop. What? Oh yes, business, business, I don't give a fuck, bruh. Oh, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied, but you're evil, bruh. He wants to support the company that wants to kill my shit, and I can't have that happen. I have to kill him. Feel free to use your scripts. Thank you. Yeah. Any scripts you have that like are free to use, I'd love to voice over at some point. And that goes for anyone who's willing to share their work with me. I'd love to voice pretty much anything, preferably Hoyoverse related stuff, because that's what I'm familiar with character-wise, but if you can flesh out a character or have like a general script, yeah, I'm willing to voice like most things. No, he goes down here. Well, no. You're staying up there. Not that you can see it very well. Maybe I should move the game more this way. I'm low-key stupid. I'm stupid. I can't do this, bro. I'll just full screen. Okay, cause like, who gives a fuck? Okay. Also, good morning. Hello, everybody. Okay. Oh yeah, I forget at this point, it's pretty early for some of you. I don't have any money for more ingredients, unfortunately, so I just kind of have to, like, go with it. Figure out what I want to do. I'm just kind of taking orders. Taking orders because I cannot do much else if I don't have any ingredients. Am I out of, like, everything? Well, hold on. Okay, I'm out of coffee beans. Let's get coffee beans and then chocolate we need. Okay, so now we're fine, I think. I will... could upgrade myself, but I don't know if I want to do that. I'll upgrade Zach. Okay, and we'll upgrade that. Cool. What do we have here? Ooh, model train. I don't know where I want to put that. There, put over here. I'll put a table in the corner. Good, yes, wow. Okay. We have 2 scripts, general, yeah. That's just suggestions. Fur. Yeah, for sure. I don't know why my brain just went fur instead of saying for sure. But yeah, no. Yeah, both of those genres are completely fine. I think I was, being asked by a couple viewers, at least in the server, good amount of people wanted more Monster Girl stuff, so, definitely something that I want to look into as, like, another strain of, like, a content series, because the Cat Cafe series is, like, cool, but it didn't really go anywhere. And then, what happened? Like, I forget what other, like, ASMR series that I have. It's mostly the Hoyoverse stuff, so, like, I'd like to, you know, move away from that. I probably, not, like, anytime soon, but it's, like, just having it sprinkled in with other videos because, you know, eventually people get, bored and, like, it's not as sustainable as it's going to be right now, so I'd rather, you know, pivot to more general stuff soon. And at the very least have it sprinkled in with the usual zenless content. Finish the corn audio, literally Victoria housekeeping. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, no, I really like that faction. I think they're just having like the general, pretty much having like a maid cafe, like private servants maid cafe. That's like perfect setup for ASMR. So I do like that faction a lot for zenless. I think I have Rena stuff planned, I want to say. But I don't know. I'm not really sure, like, specifically what. I know I have in the roster for what to do soon. I have Bernice is one of them. I honestly forget who else. I want to say Qingyi. Qingyi is one of them that I'm doing. Yeah. I think that's it. So thank you for putting that in suggestions, and welcome to the stream. Yes, okay. So, let's skip to morning. Ooh, bad rating today. Yikes, bruh. Yikarama. Okay. We should call Bonner again. I'm doing alright. I am sleepy, but actually I'm not really tired. I got really tired earlier, so I was feeling anxious, but now I was bored, so I wanted to stream something and just chat because I need to keep my vocals warmed up, and yeah, I mean, I could probably record something tonight, but I don't know if I'm going to. I'm probably gonna record tomorrow. I was supposed to record today, but yeah, I ended up doing a bunch of like job application stuff instead. So one or the other, and yeah, time caught up to me. So I need to buy more groceries. Let's see. So we're out of bread. What else are we low on? We're low on ice cream. Is there anything we need more? We need tea leaves. Okay. Ugh, I'm like always so low on everything in here. It sucks. We'll do lettuce. Okay. Alright. Yes, more peak incoming though. It's gonna be a good rollout for like the end of May, and then I'll start working on June's rollout of videos very soon. But yeah, during the summer I'll definitely stream more because I want to, and I also think like out of all the avatars that I have, this one is probably the best one for Mitsu. It's a free model. But yeah, like this is the closest we're gonna get to having a blue cat on the screen while I'm talking, you know? So, finish exams and you're finally on break. Congratulations. Good stuff. Oh, and we unlocked the thingy. Yeah, so the way this game works is like you're managing cafe stuff, but then you have these like bigger projects that you can do. It's kind of like milestones that you want to hit. So like you pick it. I'll show you guys in a second here when I choose anyone. But yeah, no, things have been good, really great, and yeah, I'm just kind of figuring out like what to do this summer, which is, it's mostly gonna be, you know, like real life stuff, job applications, figuring out certain money stuff, just personal financial things, and then, you know, I want to make more merchandise and just like kind of flesh out my business a little more. So I'm trying to, you know, do as much as I can and optimize things, because now that I have like the YouTube channel rolling, it's kind of like I'm finding ways to do more and more or get better and better, and yeah, so everything's moving, everything's rolling, nothing's really slowing down or anything, and yeah, everything's been good. So many videos came out this week, so fire, yeah. That's true. No, yeah, my avatar right now is a lady, so we're playing as Lady Mitsu. Yes. Yeah, no, I've been trying to get out more ASMR videos, and it's been working pretty well. I feel like, the schedule is still fine, you know? I'm not falling behind or anything, and I'm creating the audios in a way where it's like, some of them will be more complicated, and then others will be more simple. like the trigger one, the trigger ASMR, where she's like on a roof. It's a very simple scenario where, you know, you sneak up on her and this is like an AU where the proxy is kind of working for a secret organization as well, and then they sneak up on her and like pin her down and question her and then end up flirting as like their tactic of whatever, and she gets embarrassed, which would not happen, but it's just because, you know, ASMR, whatever. But yeah, so that one's more simple, where there's not a lot of sound effects, there's not a lot of plot happening, it's just the characters are stationed in one area. And I like doing audios like that sprinkled in with like more complicated ones. I think, have both of them come out? I look like I'm losing brain cells. I am. What's the next audio coming out? Now I'm confused. Wait, what? Can y'all check? Okay, check. Can you guys check my YouTube channel and see what's the next audio coming out? Because I totally forgot. Yeah. Wait. Is that the one that's coming out this Saturday? Okay, sorry. I sound so stupid right now, but like, I will let you guys in on like how I do videos. I record everything in a batch, pretty much. Like I record the raw audio in like one day or one night, pretty much. And then I will go through during the week and edit and produce and schedule it. So then everything is scheduled within like the same week. Okay. So sorry, I am stupid. What came out earlier this week? Was it the GUN and other stuff? I want to say it was that. Okay, so the GUN, and the Ellen and something else. Those cooking ones were way more complicated. Super worth it, but they were way more complicated because it's like so many different audio cues. Oh yeah, and then, you know, pro tip, if anyone's interested in writing a script for me, just to throw it at me and be like, voice it, or maybe not, or whatever. I do these things called audio cues, or like that's how I write down what the sound effect is supposed to be. I do like line of dialogue, space, audio cue, semicolon, whatever. Yeah, so thank you. I'm glad you like them. Evelyn. Oh, okay, no. Okay, so the Evelyn one comes out this Saturday. Not Soldier 11. The Trigger one came out already. Oh my god. It's like I don't even make these videos, dude. I just like turn my brain off. That's what's nice about it though. So that's what's nice about the schedule, is I make everything in batches, and then because I make it that way, it is super easy to, you know, I make it, I schedule it, and I schedule it like 2 weeks in advance, whatever, you know? And then I have time to just chill. So then during that time of chilling, I'm doing other life stuff, and then I'm also writing scripts and writing down any ideas, and I'll hop on and play Zenless like occasionally. I honestly haven't been very diligent with that. I was gonna hop on tonight, but I really don't want to play it. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But yeah, so usually while I'm playing, I'll get some ideas. The friendship events and stuff, like you have like 3 things you can spend during a week. It's like 3 invitations to hang out with a character. Those are really helpful for getting inspiration for writing scripts and stuff. Then you make a Kafka script, Himeno, maybe Fugue. Okay, Truth. Yeah, no, take your time with those things, and just like if you have ideas that will fit my voice, or like ones that you want to see me voice, I will gladly do so. I think it'd be a good partnership. What do you like to do for real? In terms of what? I think playing Star Rail. I'm not very keen on turn-based games. Well, I mean, So, okay, Star Rail has like an automatic autoplay feature. It's definitely a more chill game in comparison to a lot of the Hoyoverse games. Like, you don't have to grind as much actively because you have that, the autoplay feature. So, honestly, I'd say give it a go and then see if you like it. Zenless is definitely my favorite out of the Hoyoverse games. I never really... I was really obsessed with Genshin for a while, but that was before Zenless and before Honkai Star Rail. And then I got bored. And then it was just too much. It was just too much work, and I don't have, you know, the energy to sit down for genuinely 3 hours at a time at like midnight. Like that was my schedule of like grinding for Genshin characters. Was just, I would be grinding for like a month for one character to get them to like level 50. It was horrible. Like with Zenless and Honkai Star Rail, it is so much easier to grind for characters. God, no, I do not miss Genshin. I miss the characters, maybe. Like Kazuha was my most powerful character. His attack was like 2.5k, I think, which is like pretty impressive. Like his base attack. And Tartaglia was similar. I got like so many Tartaglias when I pulled him. Anyway, the memories are coming back to me. I'm gonna go. I want to say you're kind of super calming. Help me a lot. Thank you so much for letting me know. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night. I don't know what time it is for you. Yes, thank you. I appreciate the comments for engagement. Even if they're repetitive or whatever, I see everything, and I appreciate everything. So thank you so much. Yes, I've heard some requests on Wuthering Waves. I've never played it. I can definitely look at character trailers and stuff, but I need to do some studying for specific characters for sure. Playing Star Rail as we speak. That's so true. Yeah, I think I gave my Star Rail account to one of my friends because they play more than I do, and I got Blade on there. I don't think I ever got Kafka. Kafka was the only character that I really wanted. Like, genuinely, after that I was like, you know what? I don't really want to play this game anymore. I don't want to play this game anymore. I think like what gets me is when I fall behind on the main story of one of the Hoyoverse games, I just don't have any motivation to play anymore. Yeah, Zenless has my top 10. Wuthering Waves and Arc Knights, each different, but different playstyle makes it fun. Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. Parry effect on Zenless is so good. Yes, I agree. Yeah, no, the combat on Zenless is very nice because if you just spam the parry a lot, some really hard fights are going to be really easy if you have the right character builds and the right timing. Yes, I see all and I hear all. Wuthering Waves will be a bit tame in the beginning from the story, but then it gets way too dark and good. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could play it for a stream or something maybe. I don't know if I want to. It's just like, I have, you know, Zenless is like my only game that I have that's like consistent grinding, because half the time I'm playing games like Marvel Rivals or like Fortnite and I'm not really on the grindy games. And then when I'm alone and not playing with friends, I'm playing games like this where it's just single player solo grinding where, you know, the time you put in doesn't really matter because there's no timed events. It's just a continuous kind of building of like a business or something, which are the games that I like a lot. For HSR, I want to do the Herda who's on banner for Ascension. Yeah. Yes, that was a character I actually got requested a voice by a couple people in the server. The Herta. Definitely, I don't know, worth studying up on and seeing, you know, if I can come up with some kind of idea with that. I also need to go back into the requests and see what ideas I can pull from there, because if there's an idea that I can improv really quickly, it is definitely worth doing. Fortnite's so slay, that's true. Stop playing Zenless after I got Astria. That's true. Yeah, I never got Astra. I forget the last character. I think the last character I got was Ellen. The last 5-star. Oh, no, I lost. I lost, the 50-50 to someone. I'm forgetting who, though. Because I got Ellen, like, 3 times? Or no, I got Ellen twice. On one poll, which was crazy. Still crazy. I posted that on my YouTube posts. But, yeah, no, I got Ellen, and then I was trying to pull for Vivian. And before that, I tried pulling for someone else. And I didn't get... I really wanted Vivian, because I think she's really pretty. But, whatever, bruh. Can no longer play Hoyer's games due to a, lacking device that can run them. Yeah. Is Cypher in Zenless, or is Cypher in another game? Because I haven't opened Zenless in a while. I don't know if Cypher is like a Zenless character. Which I should know, because that's the main game that I make content for, but whatever. Yeah, no, another reason I stopped playing Genshin is because I literally didn't have any device that could run it properly, and when I put it on the PlayStation, it was still really hard to run Star Rail. Okay, yeah, true. Also, yes, Vivian is a Zenless 0 character. She's purple. That's all I can say about her, to be honest. Yeah, no, I haven't revisited Star Rail in a while, so I will definitely for the characters. So like what I do is I just watch the character trailers to get the voice down and the personality and the speech patterns, and then I will just come up with a scenario for that character, and like anything relevant that you guys tell me, I'll put that into the audio. And that's it pretty much. Yeah, that is how I do things, and it's not the hardest thing to do. I'm actually pretty good with writing, so I say that like anyone's doubted me yet, but you know, like being good at storytelling, like narrative writing and dialogue and stuff, has definitely helped, because I catch on to speech patterns for characters easily, and then, you know, acting is also a huge part of it, but yeah. Nekomata. So actually, fun fact, I don't even have Nekomata, which is so funny, but yeah, I don't have her. I feel like who did I lose to? Oh god, I don't remember who I lost to. I don't know. I need to open and figure it out, because it was a 5-star character that I don't use, and it wasn't one that I like. It was one that I don't use and don't like. It wasn't like Grace or anything. It was, I know I got a bunch of Pipers. Like, in terms of 4-star characters, I got a bunch of Piper and I got a bunch of Seth. And I think my Piper is C6 now. Cinema 6. Yeah, quick Genshin 2 years ago. Still don't like the game at all. Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, in comparison to the newer Hoyoverse games, Genshin pales in comparison in a lot of ways. Arlecchino, yeah. Was it Kaleda? I want to say it was Kaleda. I think it was Kaleda. Yeah, I lost the 50 to that little fucker. Like, I don't play her. I don't like her playstyle. Her design is cool, but like, I don't... It's not a character I would play, you know? Yeah, quitting for Wuwa. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's totally fair. I should definitely do Wuwa audios. Yeah. No, Genshin definitely, like, ruined, like, I don't know, the impression of Hoyoverse games, I guess. It was like their, you know, they're like their little moneymaker, you know, and hey, they made a shitload of money from me. Can't imagine the amount of money they made from so many content creators and stuff. But yeah, definitely, like, on my tip top is Zenless, even though people are like, it's a Gooner game. I'm like, okay, dude, Don't care. Don't care. Give me Jane Doe. Yeah, I don't use stun characters, actually, which is, like, probably stupid, because, you know, battle tactics and whatnot, but, no, my go-to team right now is Miyabi, Nicole, and Alan? The only stun character I use is, Lycon, because I think he's cute, and, he's good. I'm still building him to make him better, but yeah. Dark Souls of gacha games. Genuinely? Yeah, no, one of the main reasons I stopped playing Genshin was because, the weekly bosses that I was supposed to grind for certain characters were so difficult for me, and my character builds weren't bad. You know, like, they were good. I could beat very powerful bosses, at least in the beginning of the game. And then as the game kept going, I was like, wow, this isn't fun anymore. I'm just struggling, and I don't have the time or energy to rebuild these characters to make them so good they're doing like 200,000 damage. You know, I'm never big on, you know, trying to do like the hacking builds where it's like, yeah, my Kazuha can flick his sword up in the air and the entire world explodes. Like, I'm not trying to do a build like that because it's so much work and so much grinding and so much luck, you know? Like, all the artifacts. Oh god, that's a flashback. All the artifacts you have on those characters, like, all of it is another gacha roll, pretty much, because it's like you're doing these dungeons and you're spending these so much time in domains, and then you're basically just gambling your time away and hoping that you're getting an artifact that actually works for the character's specific stats that you want, which sucks. It just sucks. There's like so much time into every single category of the character. Nothing is easy. Nothing is easy, you know, because it's like even the weapon, you know, you have to grind for the weapon, and it's so difficult to grind for 80 levels of a character, 80 levels of a weapon, and then fully level 20 artifacts. That gets me, dude. Oh my god, it's like so much leveling for every single category of the character. I can't imagine having time for that today. No, literally. Zenless is a Gooner game. Okay, and I'm a Gooner, dude. That's crazy. Ugh, genuinely. Ugh, drink of water. Yeah, no. I like the characters. Yeah. Zenless has fan service. Yeah. I'm a fan and I'm being served. What's the problem? Genuinely. Yeah, no, explicit normality, the fine line between, having a challenge that's fun and certain playstyles or like certain bosses being so much of a challenge where it's like I don't want to play the game anymore, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I remember the first time I got Miyabi's signature, really shocked. Yeah, no, I feel like the luck in Zenless is a lot better. Like, for Miyabi, she is one of my best characters because I got her W engine, and I got her, and, everything, you know? Like, I was like, oh my god, I'm set. Like, the reason my Ellen isn't as good is because I don't have her W engine. And I'll probably pull for that next, honestly, because it's like, I don't think there are any characters coming up that I really want, so I want to save, I think, until rerun stuff. I will pull for Vivian. I will pull for Jane. I will pull for... Oh, Bernice. I really want Bernice, too. If she comes back, I'm gonna pull for her. Remember the first time I go... Oh, yeah. Lighter, Hugo, GUN, fanservice, whatever. Oh, god. For real. VTubing standards have been pretty harsh and bleak recently. Oh, I don't know anything about VTubers, I'll be real. I don't watch any VTubers except for, Sun Kenji. And that's the only VTuber I watch. I'm not caught up on the drama and stuff. I don't know, bruh. Miyabi, in my opinion, is really good mob control agent. Yes. Oh my god, I love Miyabi. She's freaking awesome. Yeah, no, she's great. Yeah. No, yeah, it's, those games are, like, so big. I don't blame you for, you know, not having a device that can run it, any of those games properly, because... Oh my god, I forget how many gigabytes, everything runs, but yeah, oof. Yeah, no, let's keep talking about, like, VTuber drama out of, the stream, just because it's late, and I'm not caught up on anything, I don't know anything, and I don't care, quite frankly, because I'm not a VTuber. I use VTubing models, for sure, but I don't have anything that's custom, and I'm not, branded as a VTuber, so I don't really care. I hope everyone's safe and whatever, and I can only hope people are making good choices, but yeah. Bernice's birthday is actually the 23rd this month. It's a shame her rerun already happened. I know, oh, I want her. She's funny. I'm doing a cosplay of her for, Comic-Con this year, so I'll post pictures and whatever, and it'll be great. Yeah, no, like, Miyabi, I don't know, she's just, like, goated. Like, it doesn't even matter if you have her W engine or not, she's just goated. Taking for Hugo or Yijuan? Oh, yeah. Isn't she the sexy lady who has, like, a little birdie? I think so. Yeah. April Fool's joke that actually happened. Acheron and a copy of Bronny on the same 10 polls when Acheron first came out. Then, Joe lost a 75-25 on her. I'll see it go one poll after. That's crazy. I also tried rolling for Silver Squad Envy, but got shafted with Grace, and luckily I didn't have her, so yeah. That's true. Yeah, if you guys want to see, like, cosplay stuff, I have it on my main account, and then I also, like, my main Instagram, and then I also have, I post pictures on the server under the gift pics, but yeah. Yes. Big booby lady with the bird. I think she's cool. I like the inky theme that she has going on. Big fan. Gotcha games for my PC, yeah. Shockingly, I feel like Zenless used to run really bad on my PC, but now it runs fine. And I think the only game that runs really poorly is Marvel Rivals, and I don't play that often, so I'm not too mad about that. But apparently it runs like shit on everyone's PC, because it is not optimized whatsoever. So not my fault, and they're probably not going to fix it anytime soon. So that's whatever. How do I quit Genshin? Because I bored of the story. Yeah. Visit Nation, Salvation, probably yes. Yeah. Genuinely, that is also something that bored me about Genshin. It's just like the story is so long and it takes so much time to complete, and a lot of the things are just so monotonous. Certain side quests and events, it's just like so much time that doesn't need to be dedicated. You know, it's like these events could be shorter. These storylines could be shorter, because it's like so many of the formulas are very monotonous, and then, you know, they don't have as many cutscenes. It's mostly just the NPC-ass character stands there, looks like, I don't know, hash brown quality. I don't know if that's even a word. Or like a term. What am I thinking of? Girl? I don't know. I forgot. Arc Knights I've never played. But yeah, no, the way that Genshin, like, tells its story is really poor. I would, to be honest, rather watch a YouTuber sum it up for me, because, I don't know. It's not that I am goo goo gaga brained, it's just because I, you know, with that kind of game, it's just, most people don't have the time to dedicate to it, you know? Oh god, yeah, no, like, I forget where I even left off. I feel like the story that I was caught up on was Sumeru partially, or Sumeru, what, partially, but I never finished the story. And once the other new area came out where you could, like, turn into creatures or something, I forget where that even is. Fontaine, I did not finish. Yeah, like, so many areas where I'm like, yeah, it was fun swimming in the water. I don't know what's going on. I'm not caught up on the story because I'm skipping all the dialogue since the game is so long, and like, all the time I spend is grinding for characters. Like, there's no way I could spend more time, you know, doing the story. God. Stuff after Inazuma, that's fair. Yeah. QnA stream is supposed to be generated tomorrow for something, but I'm not sure what. Been playing Doom, that's true. We used to run until they dropped Renacita. My game dropped to actual 25. Oh my god. Yeah. We start off for the gameplay and the story mode is just a bonus. Yeah, that's true. Ages aren't gonna be way better with the skip and summarize button. Yeah, like, cause I don't know. I'm like, I don't wanna hear all the, like, blank ass dialogue. It's just, it's too much story. Told poorly and, like, visually told very poorly, where it's like, I'm really bored, you know? Max or something up. Video games. Be an Adderall. Feels fever dream. Adderall feels fever dream. Genshin's combat, one of the worst aspects. Very bland, yeah. While I still have problems with Lua's story, I can commend it for at least making it interesting. As you uncover Solaris' history, and also his backstory, yes, yeah. In Genshin, can you dodge your block attacks? So you can technically, block in some aspects. I know you can, like, counter with, your ultimate, but in other words, you dash away. You don't have any kind of parry, you just, like, hack and slash, essentially. Certain elemental combinations will, send... I lost tracking for a second. Certain elemental combinations will send, enemies, like, flying back or whatever, but for the most part, I mean, yeah, the style of playing is just hack slash elemental combos, and you don't really dodge, you know, because, like, when you dash, half the time you just get knocked out of the sky or knocked mid-run, and then, yeah, so in Genshin, we really need to find our sister, and we never progressed above what we have in Mondstadt. The best story was in Mondstadt. I liked the cast of characters, I liked what we had going on, everything else was just dragging on so much. And that kind of sucks, you know, because it's like, now when I think of Genshin, it's like you're just the basic hero solving every new place's issues, and you're learning about new people and the history of the world, etc., etc. And I don't know, like, we eventually catch up to our sister, and we talk to her finally, and it, for some reason, because of how it played out, it felt so not impactful, you know? Yeah, so, I don't know, poorly told. Much love, thank you for the videos. Of course, thank you for watching, appreciate it. I was trying Genshin a long time ago, dropped the game very quick, so I got bored of the gameplay, you know? Yeah, no, honestly, like, combat was fun at first for me, but, yeah, in a lot of ways it falls very far behind, the newer games, so. Okay, so, anyway, this is the project thing where, like, you get to choose these things, so. We have service, we have food, cats, decoration, probably gonna do more, maybe more decoration. We'll do some tea room furniture level 2. Okay. take some orders and grind the game. Enjoyed the Fontaine quest, and watched it. Yeah, I definitely like the cutscenes. Some of the cutscenes that are actually like fully animated are very nice, but I would rather watch more of those than I want to skip through a bunch of, again, NPCs dialogue, where you don't have a skip button, you don't have a summarize button, and it's just like so much monotonous, like why should a character need to step 5 feet away to talk to a character, then 5 feet away to talk to another character? Like, why can't it just be one cutscene? And that's what I like Zenless does, is you don't have a lot of those weird interactions where you have to walk like 20 feet nearby to talk to another character, and this character, and then another character, and you're just like going back and forth, and it's very monotonous. When you could have the kind of like call system that they have, where what Zenless does is they split the screen in half, and they have characters talking. That's a much more efficient, it might be more animation, but it's a much more efficient way to keep the viewer engaged than it is to go, now talk to this person. Now go talk to this person. And it's like, if they're, and oh god, with Genshin, how big the map is, I hated how there were certain quests that were nowhere near any waypoints. So every single time you'd go to that quest, if you didn't finish that quest, you'd have to walk so far. And there are so many quests that I didn't finish in Genshin because I couldn't find where they were, because they were nowhere near certain waypoints. And then, you know, certain quests didn't even have a direction. You know, it's kind of like, oh, go to this person. I'm like, I don't know where that NPC is even located. There's so many characters in that game. I can't remember them. And then half the tutorials I look up are still confusing. So it's like, there's so many quests that are just going to never be finished on my account, even if I went back to it, you know? It's too confusing and it's too big of a game for, I don't know, I feel like the average person who likes Hoyoverse games, it's too much now for, like, for it to be actually enjoyable, you know? Yeah, supposed to save time too, I guess, in Zenless and focus on more important things. Yeah. Yeah, no, I am indeed playing a game. I'll call the fisherman guy again. Yeah, no, it's unfortunate, because, like, I did at some point, you know, I enjoyed Genshin for a very long time, but, yeah, I think, like, realizing just, like, oh, I can't play this anymore because it's just, I can't. It brought, you know, one of my friend groups together, and, like, I still, you know, owe some of those interactions to that game existing, which I'm happy about. You know, I'm happy that it exists, because it brought upon a lot of, good stuff for me and, you know, some people around me. But, yeah, in other aspects, it's like, you know, there's just so many things that could have been better, and so many things that could have been optimized. The size, especially the way it functions on anything, definitely can still be optimized. And, you know, it's just stuff like that. But yeah, so all that being said, though, you know, to each their own with playstyles. I still know a good chunk of people who still play Genshin and enjoy it, because they like the grind and they like putting all this time into the game and, like, having things not be that easy, which is totally fine, you know? Any gacha game got me studying the lore in my free time to understand the game I play. It's so tough. Yeah, no, game looks like one of those tycoon games. Yeah, no, this is a free-to-play. I don't believe this game has any microtransactions. But, yeah, this game is called Cat Cafe Manager, and you just play through, and it is fun. Yeah. Yes, I agree that yeah, Genshin fell flat in a lot of areas. Yeah. Like, writing fanfic for it still sometimes, but all of it literally stuck in, like, pre-3.0. Yeah, genuinely, like, the story I was super updated on for so long, but then it just fell apart in my brain where it's like, I can recount a lot of the lore, and I know a lot of the lore. But when it comes to Sumeru and Fontaine, Sumeru I can probably recite. Fontaine, no clue. I don't know. You know, and it's like, I know a little bit of Farina, but that's kind of it. I don't really remember a lot of other stuff that happened, and quite frankly, I don't care. You know? Join your Discord server. Yeah, you can call yourself anything that's appropriate. Yeah, the gambling to minors is also not good. I know, had a family member who was, like, way younger than me, a cousin or something, that spent a bunch of money on Genshin, because it's, like, easy microtransactions, and you're gambling for a character, and, you know, parents don't realize that that's literally, that's what that is. It is just gambling. That is all it is. It's quite literally nothing else. Here are my kitties. You should check them out. Check out my kitties. I think I'm covering one of them. So, okay. Let me go to this guy. So this is Toothless. I have Fishbone, Socks, Tofu, Bonsai, and then Kenji. Named after Kenji's son. It's one of my favorite names. Actually, I named a plant after him too, and it died, so that's a great sign. I believe, yeah, level 6. Okay, so these are all level 4. I'm gonna upgrade. What do we need? We need Punk, we need the Leaf. The Vagabond, yeah. Vagabond. Oh god, I think there's only one cat for that. Okay. I'll upgrade Toothless and just see that. Okay. Cool. So. Woowa had a terrible story. I'll tell you I choose the scar. Oh, okay. Here, kitty, you could have a cheeseburger. That's true. I think the only thing I remember from Genshin is the introduction of the MC, the ability to use red cubes. Yeah, that's like the very, very first cutscene. That's so funny. Yeah. Yeah. Really spend in gacha games, and I honestly don't mind the grind at all. Yes, hi, I'm live. Oh, yeah, so my server is 18 and up. If you're at least 18, you can be in there. Yeah, but yeah, anything below 18, you are not allowed. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm doing good. Just trying to keep my voice warmed up, because if I don't talk for the longest time, it is very hard to record the following day or whatever, what have you. Okay, we'll do one more day on here, and then I might just chill and talk. I mean, so you know where the Discord link is at. So my Discord links are in the description of every video. They should still work, because I have people joining all the time. Yes. Yeah, so most of the video descriptions should have a link that works, but again, you have to be over 18. Please do not lie. There's no way I can legally check that, because I'm not going to ask you guys to submit IDs over Discord. We're not doing that, because it's way too many people to check for my very small mod team. So yeah, please respect that. You are joining at your own risk, and be honest, and be real and true, and hang out. But yeah, I don't, with the server's content and the people in it, I don't feel comfortable, and my age too. I don't feel comfortable with anyone under 18 joining, and you shouldn't, because I said so, and you should listen to me, because I say things that you should listen to. Okay. The sink broke down. I'm fixing the milkshake machine, 'cause it broke down again. Okay. Can call her regular. I'll probably call the witch Carla Lala. Carla Lala. Call her again, 'cause oh, I need to pet the ghost kitty. Like, the Woowa MC is useful, not weak at all. Yeah, that's true, and true and real. Yeah, I think with like most of those games, it's like the cutscenes are nice, but then it's like what it really comes down to is how good is the gameplay, how engaging is the gameplay, and how well is the story told outside of those cutscenes. Because obviously you cannot animate every single second of a game because it's not a show, it's a game. But again, you know, like it's how you tell the story, it's how you choose to visually represent certain events, and how you choose to present dialogue and stuff that keeps people engaged when there isn't an active animation in front of them, which is difficult to do for some games, you know. Tralalilo, tralalala, that's true. Truth nuke. Okay. You should listen to things I say to you, ASMR, that's true. Mitsu brainwashing ASMR. When? Hi, welcome. People joining. Talk to this witch. Talk to this other witch. Both of them look identical. Herm. Okay. Carlalala. Yeah. Carlalala. 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 It is going alright. I hope you are doing okay as well. Zenless Bones is 3 to 4 numbers. Yes, exactly. Like, Zenless has so much variety, and it's like way faster paced, you know? I feel like the battles don't last forever, and that's really nice because I don't have forever to play those kind of games. Yes, I do spend many more hours on games like this because they're better. You know, they have the same tasks to do over and over again, which I like. But yeah, with, you know, games like Zenless, it's like I have different things to grind for, and then it's nice because there's completion. I can't spend the entire day on that game because it's like, okay, I'm gonna set a couple goals. I do my dailies, I do grinding for this character and this character, and I'm done. You know, like I can't spend the entire day doing stuff, or the entire week for that matter, doing stuff, because there's not enough to do. And eventually I will be done, and then I wait for the next event, and then I have new stuff to do. But like for the most part, it's like I'm done, you know, which is good. It's great. I think games that are gacha games and where you have to grind for characters, you should have a limit to how much time you spend on them, because you shouldn't be spending the whole week grinding for a single character. You know, like there should be a limit to how much time you can put into it and whatever that gets you to a good place. But yeah, so I don't know, I feel like Zenless is much easier to grind than a lot of other Hoyo games. Play for the first time for a while, I'm surprised how easy to pick up. Yeah. Do you have a leather jacket? They always make the best sounds. I do have, I think, 2 leather jackets now. I could definitely do a, I don't know. What do we think of a... Well, I could do it for the Bernice audio. Should I do leather sounds in the Bernice audio? Perhaps. I could make a note of it. Oh, make a note and do that when I record for her. Don't understand how the Hoyo gachas, besides Zenless, tell their story, but rarely to almost never show their story. Yeah, no, it's like, it's that thing of like, yeah, the showing versus telling, but also just, it's like the choice of dialogue versus cutscenes. You know, because cutscenes don't have to be super complicated. And also, like, if something's going to be in cutscene or dialogue form, if a part of the story is going to be very monotonous, just sum it up. Low-key, just sum it up. Because it's like, no one's gonna be mad at that. It's like, oh, you're not wasting my time? Cool. Like, I'll get back to my other stuff that I'm doing. I don't know. Black screens for everything, real. Yeah. Got any designer? Designer what? What are we talking about? What? And germ. Fuck. I'll do that one. Okay. I have like a shitload of. I think I can build. Yeah, I can build more. Freaking this. Sweet. Okay. Oh no, bruh. Okay. Well, that's fine. This is the bathroom. I might move the bathroom up here. Just like do that and then. I can keep this in there, that's fine. I'll just, okay. To figure out where I put everything. Oh, designer clothes. No, I don't think so. No. I think it's more about good storytelling with bad graphics rather than a good graphics with bad storytelling. So, I mean, the thing is that you can have both. Like, making a good story and presenting it well is not a super hard thing to do. It's just, you know, I can't even say it's a budget thing. Like, they're a very rich company, they're rich off of so many people, you know? Like, it's not a rare, like, oh, they're a tiny company. It's like, no, they're very rich and very capable of, yeah, making something that's refined and, like, very, whatever. Anyway, I don't fucking care. It's like, whatever. Rather read a short 1-hour story that's really good quality than reading an 8-hour story that's garbage. Yeah. Dialogue bloated, yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's a really good word for it. It's like, it's way too full of dialogue that's just like, half of the stuff just doesn't need to be there, you know? And that's why, like, having a summarized, or like a summary button or a skip button is really useful, because it's like, yeah, not everyone has time for an 8-hour part 1 or part 0.5 of a main story. I don't know. It shouldn't take 1 billion year, but it always does. Yeah, no, I don't have any designer clothes. I like buying from like tiny brands, and I mostly wear like blank shirts. I don't wear anything branded for the most part. I buy from Uniqlo. That's kind of it. And not very often either. Yeah, it's pretty late, so sorry if I sound sleepy. Yeah, no, and I agree. Good graphics is suggestive. It's more like subjective, not subjective, so hello. It's a subjective term, but it's kind of like, just generally, you know, it's like if you get, and I don't know with the Genshin community, like, I'm not really sure, I'm not involved as much anymore, but it's like, if you have a lot of feedback of players saying that they're getting bored, then it's like, change up the way you're presenting the story, you know? But they're gonna keep doing it the same way because that visual storytelling method is, like, branded to Genshin. If they make it too similar to another game that they have, it's gonna get confusing, I guess, but I don't know, you know? Ooh, bruh. Yep, skip and summarize for so many areas. Good way to live. What were we like? Yeah, no, I also don't have the money for, like, designer clothes. I don't know who is out here in my chat, in my house. But it's like, I don't know who's in my chat buying fucking designer clothes. I don't know, man. It's not worth it, to be honest, because it's like clothes get dirty, clothes... I was gonna say break, as if they're like made of hard material, but it's like clothes get stained, you get bored of certain things. Why not just buy, you know, just basic stuff? I shop at like H&M. You know, like... Yeah. I shop at like basic clothing, whatever, you know. Yeah, the leather stuff that I have is like pleather, not like actual leather. It's cosplay material. It's very good, but like, or like vegan leather, pretty much. Vegan leather or pleather is what I have, and it makes damn near the same sound. So I think you guys will be fine. Okay, I'm gonna keep this game running in the back for the music, but I am going to move this here. Okay, so you are coming over here with me, and I am coming over here like so. Okay. So, yes. Now I will go in here and change the background. One Matsuri. Too distracting? Maybe. Peaceful Park. Okay, bruh. Bubble bath. No, bruh. Fruit festival. Cookie. Oh, I don't like that one. Two. Ooh, that gave me like a headache. Where am I? Oh my god, help me. Oh god, now we're in the void. Okay, what are we... I guess so, dude. Okay, let me just do fucking color picker. Color picker? I hardly know her. Okay, we'll do... Oh my god. I guess. Yeah, this is fine. This is good. This is good. Okay, guys, we're good. Finally. Oh. Okay. Yeah, no, it's definitely a lot softer. For sure. Let me zoom in on B. There we go. Okay. That's good. Now I'm huge. I'm huge. Let me move me. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Color is blue today. We are so blue. Meow 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 meow. That's true. Anyway. Yeah, okay. Well, so many thoughts on Genshin today. So much dissing on a game that I don't even play anymore. Yeah, no, I think we got everything, guys. I planned to play more, but honestly, it's kind of like it's late. I'm tired, and I just wanted to hop on and chat for a little bit. Blue. 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 And pink. What do you think of the pink and blue? No spoilers for the ending. I don't know what we're talking about. I forgot, and now I'm stupid. Yeah, sleep too. Sleep too. I really want to draw more. I should probably draw Mitsu again. I want to create girl Mitsu and have girl Mitsu be the main Mitsu, because now I do F4A most of the time. I could do boy Mitsu, but I don't really want to do boy Mitsu. Like if I do a VTuber model, Mitsu's gonna have huge bazongas. I'm so sorry guys, I just want to see him move. I'll be real. I want the jiggle physics, and I'm not sacrificing that for man titties. So, yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, everyone who's, like, in a similar time zone as I am, you should go to sleep as well, because it is late. And, yeah, when it's late, you should sleep, because people sleep at night. Try Mitsu, drawing Mitsu, drawing Mitsu. That's true. I should do Mitsuception eventually. Yeah. Ooh. What if we do pink instead? Hold on. I don't like the blue. It's not like this turn's gonna continue for much longer. But I don't like the blue. I want pink. Ooh, I love pink. Ooh, yes. Okay. Let's do pink. Much better, much better. Not better. Hold on. I'm lying. I'm lying all the time because I love lying. Oh my god. Oh no. Yes. Okay, that's fine. That's blue but darker. I don't like purple's fine. I don't like purple right now. No purple. I could stay. I'll stay on until I see people leaving. If you guys stay on, I'll stay on with you. But like, I don't know. What do we talk about? Let's do a Q&A. Ask me questions. My thigh's itchy. Ask me questions before I start itching myself and I die. No, I heat or bowl. That's true. I gotta blow my nose. Let me. Hold on, real quick. And I'm breathed back to life. Okay. Is mayonnaise an instrument? If you can play it, it's an instrument. Apparently you can play leaves, but you didn't hear that from me. You heard that from you. You said that, not me. Are you from Earth? Sometimes. What got you into doing ASMR roleplay? So, fun fact. Hold on. I was gonna make a joke and then I forgot. Fun fact. Fun fact. I know things, I promise you. I'm actually a huge nerd, but like, I don't, nothing's coming to mind. Fun fact. Okay, no more. So what got me into ASMR roleplay, I was gonna like spew a random fact about like an animal or something, and I genuinely don't know anything right now. I know a lot about wolves, and I know a lot about like dogs and like canines generally, because I was super obsessed with everything like that, and I grew up with dogs and stuff, so like, ironically, all my branding is cat stuff. I love dogs. I'm much more of a dog person. So there you go, fun fact, I'm a dog person. And a cat person. We'll see. Meow. Okay, so it's not even that late. I'm like actually just like tweaking on purpose. I don't know, guys. So I started doing ASMR stuff on TikTok, in 2020. That's so long ago. So I started doing ASMR stuff on TikTok in 2020, and so many people liked it. So I just kept doing it, and it got really popular on TikTok, and I got made fun of. And I was like, you know what? I don't even care, because those like 20 people who would consistently comment on my stuff and were like, oh, I really like this, and thank you for doing my comfort characters, and like, oh, like these are great. Those like 20 people drove me so far. And then yeah, what else? So YouTube I started around the same time. But then what else happened, bruh? I don't know. I think I'm lobotomized. Okay. So I'm gonna drink water. Okay. I think I'm actually lobotomized. Hold on. So, okay, oh my god. Fucking second question, I die. Yeah, no, okay, so TikTok 2020, August 2020. I started with doing Hunter x Hunter characters because people said that I did a good Killua and Gon and Kurapika, whatever. My vocal range is like pretty versatile for that range specifically of characters. Yeah, and then I took a really long break, and then I came back with, I don't know, the one term for stuff. I don't like the term, but like it's used a lot. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. But certain character trope I came back with, and then blah blah blah. I started getting traction, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do zenless characters. And then I was like, wait, I'm goated, and then everything worked out, and now I'm here. So yeah, okay. Oh god, I almost disappeared. So where are we? Ooh. Wildest character I performed. I voiced a wasp before in an animation, so long ago, but that was fun. And then, so the camera I'm using right now is called a Nexigo. Nexigo to the mall, go to the club. Yeah, so Nexigo, and then Nexigo, where are you going? Come back. This is what happens when I don't have anyone to talk to. I'm talking to myself. This is why I'm good at content creations, because I'm so good at talking to myself. And that's great. I don't know where I was. I need like a highlighter or like a ruler to keep track of where I am. Okay, do you have any formal education for your art, or do you just learn? So I'm self-taught. I don't give a fuck about classes. I actually, fun fact. Here's an actual fun fact about me. I hate art classes because they're hella restrictive. I don't believe they benefit me personally in any way. I have taken like two, I want to say like 2 art related classes in college, and that's it, you know. And like the reason that it benefits me is because it's like relearning the basics and relearning some like very technical terms, which I could teach myself on YouTube, but am I gonna pay for a college class for it? Yeah, I guess so, because it's gonna show up on a degree. That's the only reason I'm doing it, you know, is for credits. But other than that, it doesn't really benefit me very much to the point where I'd recommend that over being self-taught. And that's just because I've been doing it for so long, you know? Like, if you start later, for sure, do classes and do the basics and whatever. But honestly, like, I don't know, you know? I'm gonna burp, hold on. Ugh, okay. Excuse me. But yeah, self-taught, pretty much. Yeah. Will you do who ASMR 1, yes for 2? Wait, what? ASMR 1, yes for 2. That's not what that says. Hold on, guys. That's not what that says. You see, is it Chung Lee? Who's that? From what? Average wingspeed of a North American swallowtail. To what? I don't know, bruh. Don't ask me. Okay, what else? You said you do cosplay. If that's what your favorite cosplay. Okay. So, Ada Wong is one of my favorites. And then... Oh, what else? I don't know, bruh. The Bernice outfit is actually really nice. And I just got the Jane Doe one. I'm still trying on. But, yeah. Let me turn the brightness up so my camera stops tweaking. It's like, oh, I can't find your face, bruh. I'm right here. Goddamn. I'm right in front of you. Okay. Ada Wong. I forgot who else I've cosplayed. Yes, interesting. Yes. I forgot. I don't know. Sloth facts? No. No, I don't like sloths. I think they're ugly. Lobotomized ASMR, that's true. I should do Mitsu gives you a lobotomy, or Mitsu gets a lobotomy. Interesting how I met you by an audio view about Kafka. I think it was about her listener recording her or something. Yes, yeah, that was actually one of the audios that I thought was going to be a banger, and then it flopped like so hard. If you guys like Kafka, I still have that ASMR up, and I'm still pretty proud of it, I think. I might do another one that's better. We'll see. I don't know if I want to revisit Honkai Star Rail characters super soon, but I will eventually. Yep, yeah, no, I have voiced in those kinds of animations. I'm very behind on chat, I'm so sorry. Yes, the Venti one by that one person that I worked with, looks around. I don't know. They might invite me back for something. Or one of the best Venti impressions I've ever heard. Oh yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Really funny. He was the first Genshin character I ever did an impression of. My very first comic I did with him was like so bad. It was so bad. But yeah, no, it got better over time, and then I learned how to do that voice and other voices that were very similar. So yeah, how deep of a toin? How deep of a toin are you comfortable with doing for ASMR? So the deepest I can go is probably Jane or Kafka. That's it. That is as deep as we are going. So yeah, my voice can't go any deeper. Truth Supernova. Truth Nuke. Yeah. Chongmei from Wuwa. Oh, I see. I don't know any Wuwa characters, so apologies for that. Yeah, no, if you just bother me in the comments on my YouTube channel, I'll see every comment. I look at every comment pretty much. If you request a character over and over again, I will write it down and I'll do research on it, and if it seems like a character that I would like to do or a character that I have an idea for, I will totally write something for that eventually. Yeah, it just depends on the schedule, because I try to sneak in Ellen Jo and Jane Doe and all the popular characters. Yeah, I try to sneak them in to the recordings regardless of the... I forgot what I was gonna finish that sentence with. You get the idea. Went to Anime Expo for the first time, and I was Leon Kennedy. Good stuff. Yeah, no, I've gone as Aether. before from Genshin. Yeah, no, my plans for this con is Bernice and Ada Wong. And I think that's it. I might do Spider-Man, but we will see. I probably will. I just need to fix his mask, because I don't know, something's fucked up. Ugh, what's good, gang? I was gonna say not much, but yeah, no, things are good. Things are good. Not a lot is going on, but things are good. I've thought of doing a series ASMR, like, with a story or something, or not really. Well, so here's the thing, is I've contemplated doing a series where I kind of just do more, storytelling and stuff. I think it would be fun to do a bigger project where I, like, invite certain ASMRs back as specific characters, and we do kind of a big project. I feel like that would be really fun. But it comes down to me actually writing something and like, holy shit, bro, I don't know if I want to. I probably will eventually, and it won't be the biggest deal. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. But, what else? Yeah, I could do something with more original characters. I did try to do a consistent storyline with the Cat Cafe. Misato, or Minato? Yeah, Minato was supposed to be the, like, mommy cat, and she took care of the girls like they were her daughters, and it was this whole thing that I had fleshed out, and I made, like, a little website for them. And that was actually supposed to be the launch of the channel. Was supposed to be a very solely cat cafe focused channel, but then I was like, I should not pigeonhole myself so quickly, so I didn't. But yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Okay, we'll stick with that. Just make the sensitivity a little higher. Are we gonna share insect collabs? Yeah, no, Sushi, we can totally collaborate again. I honestly haven't been making a lot of my own content, so if you want to invite me back for a role, I'm down to record quickly for anything and all that. Get this man a true, that's true. Reminder of Arlecchino. Yes, no, I'll revisit those ideas. The what? Yeah. Has an amazing idea, doesn't want to put in the effort to make a thing. Sounds like, yeah. That's like the story of any creative person ever. It's just, damn, I could do this cool thing. Do I have any energy for that? No, not really, so. Yeah. How long do you usually spend writing ASMR scripts at a time? Do you sit down and log in for a while, or slowly? So it's yeah, slowly and gradually kind of thing. Okay, now she just has her mouth open like all the time. I'm gonna not do that. Okay. All right. Mouth agape. So, yeah, with ASMR scripts, it's like, it's not the worst thing when it comes to writing them. Some of them I will sit down and lock in, and it'll be like an hour and it's done. You know, and then other scripts it's like, okay, I'm gonna write half of it today, and then I'm gonna put bullet points for the next events that need to happen, or the next things I want to say, whatever, and then I'll pick it up in a week. You know, so like, it really depends on the motivation I have for that specific script, because with me, I write quickly because most of the time I can visualize things perfectly in my head. So it's like if, what was it called? So, Astra. The Astra audio where you're by the beach and stuff, and you're walking with her, and you're a security guard, and you're finishing up, this event and whatever, and that audio perfectly envisioned in my head. It was a very quick write, and I wrapped it up very quickly, but I just didn't get around to recording it, as quickly. So, yeah, with some scripts, like, so the Ellen Joe audios, I've been trying to keep a consistent storyline with them, because I know those are my most popular, and I know a lot of you come back to visit those, so I want a consistent storyline with a consistent listener. But some of them are kind of out of order. Some of them are with different listeners. So it kind of just depends on what, you know, is going on with that specific audio. And I'll put like disclaimers in the description sometimes and be like, oh, this is prior to when you actually date her, etc., etc. And yeah, most of the time though, with my Ellen audios, you are a Thyran as well. You are a fish Thyran or something similar, where, you know, you get along with Ellen very well because you understand the struggles of having, you know, certain Thyran features and, yeah, just certain struggles that she specifically understands, which makes you guys a better fit. So that is the storyline, essentially, of the Ellen audios. And then the Jane Doe audios are kind of all over the place. The GUN audios have a slightly consistent storyline. I try to keep it mildly consistent to where it's like, you, for certain audios, you can come back and be like, oh, these two audios are supposed to connect to each other, you know? So, yeah. But that, not with everything, it's with certain audios, not every audio, but, yeah. I do try to do that for the most part. Yeah, no, I have so many ideas for posts too, Sushi, but, like, I just don't get around to posting them. Because what I was gonna do with my, Rinceneration profile on Instagram, I was just gonna make it be mostly, like, comic voiceovers and stuff, because I really want to make my own comics, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want to do, like, shitpost memes. Especially because, like, when I apply to, like, certain companies and stuff, I really hate showing them a page that is literally just, like, poorly made, quickly made memes that don't even perform well. I don't want to have a page that's just that, you know? Like, I'd rather have edited and voiced over comics and stuff, because I think, like, overall as a portfolio piece almost, it's just better, even if it doesn't perform well, you know? I think I'd rather have a bunch of those than a bunch of shit posts with 20 likes, you know? It's just overall better for consistency. 2-3 for VA cons, meaning I have... Yeah, so the 2 out of 3 is like 2 out of 3 are filled. So 2 slots filled, 1 slot is free. That is how mine work. So, yes. I'm gonna probably open more since it's the summer. Yeah, I'm probably gonna open both my commission slots to like 6 or 8, and then, yeah, get around to stuff that way. Scripts you though are crazy good. Found you at least Meowby one, and I was based for listening. Yeah, thank you. The Meowby one was written. Not all my scripts are written. Some of them are improvised. I've had worse feedback on my improvised ones because sometimes the script gets monotonous because I'm trying to drag out the duration of the video, which happens, you know. But I've been getting a little better, I would like to believe, at certain characters, and that's the thing, is that for me it comes down to the character I'm performing. If I'm doing an Ellen audio, it's a lot easier now to improvise because I'm familiar with her speech patterns and things that she might say in a certain scenario, etc. As opposed to when I first did my first couple audios of Jane Doe, the deadly whispers, I've gotten bad feedback on from a couple of people because they don't like that the plot doesn't really progress and she's kind of just saying the same thing over and over again. And I get that, but again, it is ASMR. Not all of those videos are going to be this elaborate plot. Some of them are just going to be the character talking because that's why people click on the video, is to hear the character talk. So, you know, if you want Jane Doe to threaten you for 30 minutes, go listen to Deadly Whispers. But yeah. Comment down something I'd like to do more too. Shitpost I think will be good for me to just, yeah, like just something to record. And I think honestly, like, shitpost wise, I think they're better for like reels, in terms of like TikTok, you know. But I think Instagram, I don't know. Like I like the idea of having my Instagram be a more clean work, since it's the platform that I do most of my stuff on. And then for Twitter, I have just artwork on there, and then occasional collaborations and whatever. Do you ever bounce ideas off people when it comes to writing scripts, or mostly all just your own? I am a one-man team. I do not like bouncing ideas off other people. In a lot of ways, it's a downside, but because of my experience, I don't feel the need to rely on other people as much, and I don't prefer it because it kind of sets me back. Not that everyone else is worse than me, and I'm like, I'm the best and I don't want to rely on anyone. For the way that I work, it is way more efficient for me to just rely on myself and monitor how I'm doing. The reason I have the Discord server open is to grab ideas from you guys, and they will always be modified. Almost never will I take an idea and go with exactly that. I will flesh it out and, you know, make it my own, and that's the reason why my content is the way it is because it is mostly me. It is not mostly anyone else, you know? Again, the only script that was written by someone else so far has been the Devil's Rose one, the Succubus one that was very recent. That was a script written by someone else and mildly to heavily edited by me in a lot of areas, but it's like, yeah, no, it's just kind of, for most things, especially when it comes to writing audios, you take the idea. I love taking your guys' loose ideas or bullet point ideas and fleshing them out into something that can be, you know, content that has my stamp on it, or my signature, whatever, you know. But yeah, no, I appreciate all the ideas and stuff. I definitely do refer back to those things, and I go through the list, and if I find an idea that one of you guys pitched at me, that I can improvise, it makes for such a good, quick audio, because instead of sitting down and writing something for days or weeks, I can just improvise and then have that video be in between my scripted videos. So it's kind of a, you know, it's a good mix when it comes to my content. It's a good mix of improvised and fully written audios. I will also say, for characters that I haven't voiced before, I always script the audio. The first Ellen Joe audio, the first Jane Doe audio, I always will script the entire thing, because I want to make sure that I'm doing the speech patterns right, and I'm making scenarios that fit the character, and that I'm not pausing and slipping up and thinking of what to say. And then after I do a scripted audio for the character a couple of times, I can switch to doing improv, and then it makes the process faster. But yeah. Generally like these audios overall. It makes me feel like I'm part of the story when I listen to it. Good, I'm glad. Have you ever thought of doing lullabies on ASMR videos or singing videos? So I have done a lot of singing in my Venti ASMR. That is like a special thing that I do with my Venti audios, is I usually make up a song or make up a melody or whatever and sing. And yes, that is something that I have made a habit of doing. Do you know tasters? Oh my god. Thank you for answering all the questions. Going to go back to work and do a few things. Yes, thank you so much for joining and for being very active. I appreciate it a lot, and I hope that you have a good time doing your work and other things. Thanks for joining. Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. You know, if anyone's getting tired, please go to sleep and rest. I am also going to go to sleep and rest in a moment here. But yeah, it was really nice chatting with everyone. I am always so happy to catch up, and yeah, this channel's been really great so far. I am really happy to make stuff, and I'm happy that so many people like it. This is the most popular any of my stuff has gotten on YouTube, and again, very, very grateful for the opportunity that you guys have given me. And yeah, even if it sounds funny to say that I make ASMR content, it is definitely nice to know that for a lot of you it helps putting on the background while you're working, or it helps you sleep. Most of the time I hear that it helps people sleep, and yeah, I am very, very glad that I'm able to do this kind of stuff and that I have a voice to work with. So, yes. Yeah, no, the stream's been fun. We didn't do many Cat Cafe stuff, but we talked for so much. So, I hope you all sleep well if it's late for you, or if it's early for you, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you again for the support and the views and all the compliments and everything. And yes, I will see you all in the next video. It's coming out Saturday, so you can tune into that when that comes out. And yeah, that will be all for now. I will leave my VTubing avatar information in the description if you'd like to use this avatar as well. It is free. It is not copyrighted by me. All rights belong to its creator. This stream is not monetized. And yeah, thank you so much, and I will be making stuff always. Yes, and yeah, thank you for your support. I will definitely be making original content eventually, but yeah. Alright. Rest well, everybody, and I will see you next time. Hopefully the stream next time isn't as late, because this one was way, way far in the future from the last one.